Okay, hi everybody. I just wanted to come in and chat to you a little bit about how we can look after ourselves with essential oils. So, what we're going to look at today is really kind of how to boost our immunity. We are going to look at some of the products that doTERRA do specifically for that purpose, but we're also going to look at some things that when we inevitably do succumb to cold and flu season, or maybe just feeling a bit run down and our immune system seems to be a bit depleted, what we can do then to support that. So I'm just going to run you through a few things. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Laura Swan and I'm wellness advocate with doTERRA, and I specifically look at well-being and self-care. So for me, immunity and being able to kind of protect ourselves and boost our immunity is something that's really, really important to me. I have a husband that travels an awful lot with work. And until I actually started using doTERRA, he really struggled and would frequently come back from kind of long haul trips with the cold that he generally picked up on the flight or something like that. And I also have two little boys who are currently just aged 5 and 2. So you can imagine that these sort of unwanted things that they bring into our lives. There's a fair bit of germs in nursery school and also school that get shared around. So for me, as a mum, but also as a wellbeing practitioner, it's really important for me to make sure that we are keeping our immunity, protected and boosted up. So doTERRA do a few products to boost our immunity, and the main one that we're going to look at today is On Guard. So this is known as the Protective Blend. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous blend. What it's got in it is you've got wild orange in there, you've got clove, you've also got cassia, you've got some cinnamon bark, and you have eucalyptus and rosemary. Okay, so these are all great oils for really cleansing our system, warming the system up as well, but they're also antibacterial and antiviral as well. So they'll really work on all aspects of our system to make sure that we're doing what we can to protect. So one of the best ways to use On Guard, you can actually use it a few ways. You can diffuse it in the air. So I actually use a small misting diffuser. It's like a humidifying diffuser. What it does is it doesn't actually heat the oil. It's just got a water chamber and it heats the oil. If you want to ask us any questions about diffusers, please just comment below and we can point you in the right direction. But what that does is it mists the oil throughout the air in tiny particles. So we then begin to absorb that as we are going about our day. We breathe it in, and it's a really nice, gentle way to use essential oil. So around my family, I've got young children, it basically boosts all of our immunity by diffusing that. So it's also a really economical way as well, because we're using it in our household and we're all benefiting from it as well. So that's how we can use it aromatically. You can even just use it aromatically as well by literally opening up the bottle and giving a nice breath in with that as well. So just really inhaling that oil. And it will actually start to work on your system because the aromatic compounds become airborne. So that's a great way just to kind of boost your system if you're on the go as well. Now, On Guard, honestly, I wish this was like scratch and sniff or something, because it is such a gorgeous blend. It smells really divine in the home. It's actually quite Christmassy, and because you've got your orange and your clove and your cinnamon in there, there's those sorts of warming oils that you can smell in there. But because you've got the eucalyptus and the rosemary coming through as well, it's quite a fresh oil. So it's a gorgeous one to diffuse and really support everybody's immunity. Now, the other couple of ways that you can use it, and these are really, really more powerful ways, I would say. So if you are dealing with anything, a great thing to do is just literally pop a drop of On Guard on your hand. Now, for children, I would always dilute it because it does have your cinnamon in there and your clove, which are slightly hotter oils. But you can pop a drop in your hand, and I actually just do this when I'm on the go and rub it through my hands, and then it's almost like a kind of cleanser and protective barrier, so that if I am out and about, perhaps dealing with quite a lot of clients or anything like that, then I feel like I am doing what I can to protect my system. So that's a great way to use it. You can also pop a drop directly on the bottoms of your feet. The bottoms of our feet are a great way to get our oils on us because your pores on the soles of your feet are slightly larger, so it soaks into your system a lot quicker. But also the skin on the bottom of the feet is less sensitive as well, so that's a great place to pop your oils. When you're dealing with any kind of colds and flus or bugs going around, germs, anything like that. So On Guard is brilliant to use like that. Then you can also actually use On Guard internally. Now, this always comes with a disclaimer that please don't go and just use whatever essential oil that you have internally, because doTERRA do specific, very, very rigorous, robust checks on their oils and tests. And every single batch is tested and third-party tested. So we know exactly what is in this bottle, and it's completely pure. There's nothing in it that you wouldn't want to be ingesting. So if an essential oil from doTERRA is okay for ingesting, it will say that you can use it for flavouring, and it'll also have a supplements facts on the label. So that's how to know if it's safe for ingesting. And of course, you can always ask one of us as well, because we're here to support you with that. So you can get these little veggie capsules that are like empty capsules, pop a few drops in that. Now, I would say if you're actually dealing with the cold and flu, you want to be doing, to be taking this internally, and you'd almost give yourself a little sort of antibiotic course with the oils. So you could be doing that over the course of maybe a 10-day period, as long as you're really feeling like you want to get rid of it. But it should start to work really within a day or two. So you can pop 3 to 4 drops into a veggie capsule and take that 3 times throughout the day. But doTERRA also have brought in something which is absolutely brilliant, and this is a total staple, and this always, always, always goes in my husband's bag when he is travelling. So these are On Guard capsules, and they're little soft gel capsules. I'll show you the size. They're not too large. And they've got the On Guard blend in there, but they also have added, they've got black pepper, added oregano and melissa as well. So they are just really supercharging the immune boosting support of the On Guard. So this is known as On Guard Plus soft gels. And oregano is actually known as nature's antibiotic, but the beauty of oregano is that it's also an antiviral oil as well. So with your oregano, you actually can use it perhaps on things that the doctor won't give you for antibiotics for. So if you imagine, this is where we need to put a little bit of imagination. If you imagine this is our cell here, okay? So if you have a virus within that cell, an antibiotic cannot permeate the cell wall. Okay, it can't go through the cell membrane. And that is why there's been a massive drive on the part of doctors more recently to say, if you've got the cold and flu, literally antibiotics will not work on it because they do not work on viruses. Now, the beauty of some of the essential oils is that they actually pass through the cell membrane, and oregano is one of these oils, and it has incredible antiviral properties. So it will actually be able to permeate the cell membrane and then work on the virus that is inside the cell. So oregano is an amazing one, again, to take in veggie capsules. So if you're feeling, really run down with cold or flu, you can pop some of those, plus some On Guard as well, into some veggie capsules and take them. Now, we have an actual flu bomb recipe, and don't worry, I am going to write this in the comments. But our flu bomb recipe is a combination of 5 of our oils. These are all oils, actually, incidentally, that you'll find in the Home Essentials kit, which is the kit that we feel it's kind of got something for everybody that you can turn to. So what you're going to do in an empty veggie capsule, or I'm going to tell you another way as well that you can use it topically on your skin. But in an empty veggie capsule, you would put 1 drop of frankincense, 1 drop of oregano. This is a spicy oil, so you be careful not to get it on your skin. And if you do, you would just dilute it down with a carrier oil, and that will take the heat out of it. Okay, so 1 drop of frankincense, 1 drop of oregano, 1 drop of our On Guard Protective Blend, 1 drop of Melaleuca, which is tea tree oil. So again, an amazing antiseptic, antibacterial oil, very, very cleansing and supportive to the system. And 1 drop of lemon oil. And lemon, again, it's very, very cleansing to the system. It will help alkalize the body, and it helps support your immunity and just healthy functioning of your internal workings, your internal cell workings. So you take those 5 oils and you pop a drop of them each into your veggie capsule, and you would do that 3 times a day. And honestly, give that kind of that flu bomb a couple of days, and you'll be feeling much, much better. Again, I will put the recipe for that into the comments. But with regards to all 5 of these oils as well, if you want to actually have something, say for example, to use on your children, or for yourself as well, you can put, for an adult, you would put 20 drops of each of the 5 oils that we have here, into an empty roller bottle. So something like a roller bottle like this. And then you just top it up with a carrier oil. So we use fractionated coconut oil, which is a runny coconut oil. It's lovely. It absorbs very, very nicely into the skin. It doesn't leave a greasy layer. And also coconut oil has beautiful antioxidant properties as well. And it's got a host of benefits that you will get from that oil. So you just top up the roller ball with the fractionated coconut oil, and then you just roll that on the bottoms of your feet, or for an adult, you could pop it on your chest or your back as well. For kids, you would just do 10 drops of each oil. And again, all of this information is in the post, so don't worry about kind of having to crazily jot it down. And then you would top that up with the fractionated coconut oil, and you just roll it on the bottoms of your children's feet and then pop their socks on. Kind of like you maybe are used to using Vicks Vapor Rub, that sort of thing. But this is a really clean, really natural way of using it with no petroleum as well, which is the base of something like a vapor rub. So moving on to looking at more things that we might be dealing with in the kind of respiratory. So this would the On Guard and the Flu Bomb are more, if you're dealing with viruses or infections, that sort of thing. But if you've got anything going on with regards to respiratory, we've got a beautiful blend which is called Breathe, and that is the respiratory blend. Okay, so this one has got laurel in it. It has peppermint. It's got eucalyptus, tea tree, so melaleuca. It's also got lemon, ravensara, and cardamom as well. And you can really smell the cardamom coming through in this one to sort of warm up all of those things, because you've got your peppermint and your eucalyptus, it's actually quite a cooling oil, but then the cardamom just warms all of that up really nicely. So this is a gorgeous one, again, to diffuse, especially if everybody's got anything kind of going on with sinuses, runny noses, any kind of chest infection, asthma as well. It can be very, very supportive of. So you can diffuse it in the air, and again, your entire family or everybody in your household will benefit from that, or in the workplace as well. I like to use it when I've got lots of people around. It's a great one just to really clear everybody's sort of sinuses up. It also actually helps clear the head as well, because you've got your peppermint and lemon in there. It will really help with focus and just bringing a bit of clarity as well. So during your working day, that sort of thing. So it's a great oil. But if you're just wanting to use it on the go, you would literally just pop a little drop into the palm of your hand, and you just rub your hands together, breathe it in. And it really you can really feel it clear up, but it also just will travel down through the throat and into your chest, and then you can just rub it on your chest area as well, and that'll be really, really soothing, and you'll continue to smell that throughout the day. You can also stick like a drop on your scarf, for example, or maybe a tissue in your pillow. You could pop it like that as well. But again, a diffuser is a really great way to be able to use that oil specifically. So, excuse me, you can also use that on the bottoms of your feet as well, and that will be a great one to be supporting your sinuses, because you've actually got sinus reflex points just below your toes on your feet, on the bottoms of your feet. So if you rub it along there, it's going to be really, really helpful. And with children, so definitely with young children, I would say pop it on their feet and then stick some socks on. You would just dilute it in a bit of carrier oil. And actually what doTERRA do, they do this brilliant thing called the Touch Kit, and you can also buy these individually. So this is the Home Essentials Touch Kit that they do. This one actually has literally come out of my son's bedroom because he steals it all the time. It is technically his. But what they've actually done is pre-diluted roller balls for you. So these are safe for the entire family to use. They're brilliant when you're on the go, all you literally do is you've got your stainless steel roller, which is sanitary, and you just roll it on your pulse points. So you might want to roll it on the backs of your ears. You could also roll that directly onto your children's chest or back as well, and the bottoms of their feet, and that is just ready to go. So it's a brilliant one to have on hand when you're dealing with any kind of respiratory issues. And as I said, any sort of asthma, anything basically within the chest that you're wanting to really clear that breath and clear the lungs, Breathe is going to be one of your best friends. So it's also actually, just as a little aside, very good for snoring too. So if you have any of those challenges, then that can be a great one to use either in diffuser or on the bottom of the big toe actually is the place to use that. And you can also just put a little swipe underneath your nose. So there's lots and lots of things. Oh, one thing as well that we do is we have the Breathe stick in a sort of vapor rub type base. So that can also be just rolled directly onto chest and back, and it's really good. I love this one actually. This has been really helpful for our family recently. We've had quite a lot of I think it's just been the cold and flu coming back from school, which has been fun, and the Breathe Vapor Rub has been really gentle, but it's really shifted my boys' sort of sniffly noses and things as well. So that is just some of the ideas that you can use some of the essential oils for. On Guard and Breathe are definitely your top two blends that you want to be looking at when supporting kind of immunity and cold and flu. But if it's really something that just won't shift, you want to be looking at the Flu Bomb. The Flu Bomb is actually brilliant as well. If you just know that you've got something coming on, just get on it, and it will clear it up really, really quickly. I had a horrendous flu a couple of years ago, and that Flu Bomb was the thing that absolutely shifted. I mean, I was begging the doctor for antibiotics because I was so unwell. My husband had to take time off work to look after the children. I just, I was in quite bad shape, and it was the Flu Bomb recipe that in the end actually shifted it for me. So if you have any questions at all, please just pop comments, get in touch with us. Let us know how you're getting on with using those oils as well, and what you think about this particular scents as well. There's obviously lots of different dimensions to the oils that they'll bring up for you, and that's the beauty of essential oils, is that the side effects that they bring are generally positive side effects. So yeah, we'd love to hear how you're getting on with them, so just let us know. Thanks so much for watching this, and please reach out if you've got any questions. All right, thanks so much. Bye.